Okay, how's that? Good? Okay.
No matter where you come from, no matter where you're going, here's a place where you can take comfort in the knowing that whether if you've come to stay a while or just passing through, this door is open to you. Come and let's be silent. Come and share a hug. Come, let's pray together. Come, love and be loved. From the blissed out to the turned out, from the pampered to the abused, this door is open to you. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. The God in us recognizes the God in you. The God in you. Whether you're black or white, gay or straight, Christian, Buddhist or Jew, this door is open to you. If there's some kind of trouble or pain you're going through, know that you are not alone and someone cares for you. As an individualization of divine point of view, this door is open to you. Oh, this door is open. This door right here is open for you. This door is open to you. This door is open. I'm talking about this door. This door is open. I said this door is open to you. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. The God in us recognizes the God in you. The God in you. Whether you're black or white or gay or straight, Christian, Buddhist or Jew, this door is open to you.
Good morning, Unity.
Good morning.
Welcome, welcome. So glad that you are here in person. So glad that you are out there. We love you. We're going to kick it pretty hard this morning with I Wake Up. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, I wake up and say, hallelujah for this day. Oh, how it blesses me. I wake up and see Spirit in me. Oh, how it blesses me. I'm gonna say every morning, thank you, say in the noontime, thank you, say every evening, thank you, oh, how it blesses me. I wake up and feel more of love in me revealed, oh, how it blesses me. I wake up and know Spirit in me grows, oh, how it blesses me. I'm gonna say every morning, thank you, say in the noontime, thank you, say every evening, thank you, oh, how it blesses me. I'm gonna say every morning, thank you, say in the noontime, thank you, say every evening, thank you, oh, how it blesses me, oh, how it blesses, oh, how it blesses me, oh, how it blesses, oh, how it blesses me last time, oh, how it blesses me.
All right.
And we are so grateful to have all of you here. You got an extra hour of sleep. Anybody feel it? Yes. Life, it is wonderful. We are so grateful to have you here this morning at Unity Spiritual Center of Portland, where we know that every being is an infinite creation of this universe, that we have all come with a mighty path and a purpose to be a part of the healing of humanity. I'm Reverend Lisa Davis, and I am part of this sacred community and so honored to be here as minister. As we gather this morning, and yes, we have Don Miguel Ruiz here, and you'll hear a little more about that. We're so grateful to have Don Miguel Ruiz here, Junior with us. We are in our second week of a 6-week program using the poisoned arrow. And it, this tagline, the Toltec Guide to Overcoming Fear. Part of what we're getting to do as humanity right now is to overcome the fear or the ideas of what we might have told ourselves, or society has told us, or others have told us about who we are, and move fully into that expression of the truth of our being. And it requires that we touch and face and look at the fear that is present in our lives. So this is the second part of the journey. I'm looking forward to much more of it. In just a moment, we're going to begin in prayer. Now, at Unity, we don't believe that we're praying to a God out there, but instead there's an infinite essence. I call it the quantum field that we live and move and have our being in. You'll have your name for God, whatever that is, but it's the idea that we can connect and know that we are both interconnected and that the true wisdom of the universe moves through us. Rumi said, move, but don't move the way fear makes you move. Move. But don't move the way that fear makes you move. And I was always taught that fear is false evidence appearing real. And so all of this stuff around us, there's something more being asked to be birthed, and it's a larger story, not only for us individually, but collectively as humanity. And so in just a moment, we're going to move into a short time of prayer to remember that the truth of who we are is an open heart. It's an open mind. It's an openness to the truth that's asking to be born through us. If by any chance this week, with what's going on in our world and what's happening, you've shut your heart, I'm just going to invite you to open it again to the truth of who you are, of who we are as humanity, and the remembering that the birthing of every one of us as beings of love is the invitation for the evolution right now. Let's begin this service in prayer. And we just open to this infinite presence and power, moving in and through and as us now, into the remembering that we are all here as a part of the love of humanity, of the universe, of this day expressing. And we can say, here I am. Remind me where I am to push away or let go of all that has bound me, to remember that higher story, that higher calling. And as I say yes to this presence and power within me, we allow our hearts together to encircle this city, this country, and this globe, knowing that that love can encircle every being everywhere. We know the truth of who you are. We believe in the life and the love and the presence and power within every being. And we just hold that space for an awakening to the truth of every being. For this opportunity to gather in this knowing and to stand in the highest consciousness we know, we say thank you. And so it is. Amen. All right. And Beth is up here.
Good morning.
Back up.
I'm Beth O'Shields. I'm the administrator here at Unity Spiritual Center of Portland. Welcome this morning. As we do each week, we first like to introduce our prayer chaplains. The prayer chaplains that we have to pray with you following the service this morning are Lynn and Lisa. Yes, give them a hand. They do hold the high watch for us here in so many ways. And if you're not ready to pray in person this morning following the service, you can fill out a prayer request. Those go in our prayer box, which is right here. They hold those for 30 days before sending them on to Silent Unity. We also have dial-a-prayer available to you each day. We have magnets and cards with that number out on the lobby table you can pick up. And our prayer chaplains lead a Sunday morning guided meditation each week at 10:30 in our chat. Unity Spiritual Center of Portland was founded on affirmative prayer, and we've been doing that for 100 years. So we're really grateful that you're joining in with our prayer consciousness this morning. As Lisa said, we're on our second week of our fall program using the book by our guest author this morning, The Poisoned Arrow by Don Miguel Ruiz Jr. Spirit groups started meeting in person and on Zoom last week. We still have some spots left, so we've left the sign-ups out on the lobby table this morning. You can add your name to the list. You can also register using the link in the newsletter or on the new website. And I'm not sure how many of you have checked that out, but I have to give a big thank you to Lori Lancaster, who created a beautiful updated website for us. Just beautiful. It's very easy to navigate, and I'm learning to navigate it as well. So if you have any questions, we're happy to help you. You can check out our calendar and events page there for the regular weekly happenings here each week and what's coming up next. So this Saturday, our garden team meets out back at 9 a.m. as they prepare the grounds for winter season. And we have a wonderful community garden opportunity for you next Sunday. It is our annual community leaf raking day. If you haven't been here, let me tell you how fun this is. So we all get together after the service. You can bring your favorite rake if you have it. If not, we have rakes you can use. We head over to the east parking lot and we move all those leaves as close as we can to the street for the free pickup that happens later in the week. So we cannot do this without a lot of hands. Our garden team just isn't big enough to handle that task. So we're all going to chip in, come dressed accordingly for the weather, and we'll see you next Sunday after the service. Also next Sunday, the women's group will be meeting. They will be doing a circle of gratitude for November. They meet after the service on the second Sunday of the month. And if you're a woman looking to form deeper connections with other women of like minds, this is the group for you. Another way to form deep connections, of course, is to become an official part of our community by joining us in membership. Membership kind of kicks off next week with New Thoughts for a New Life workshop, which happens after the service. And then the journey continues with the required membership orientation with Reverend Lisa on November the 16th, followed by New Member Sunday on the 23rd. There are membership applications out on the table. You can fill those out and just drop them in the box on my front door. I want to invite you on your way out of the service today to pick up a little flyer that says Gifts of Love on it. Our annual winter holiday community outreach begins next Sunday as well. We will begin collecting items for many local charities. They're in great need of help this year. Some of those are Sleep in Heavenly Peace, the Northwest Children's Outreach, NAMI of Oregon, and the National Alliance for Mental Illness. We have a wonderful list of things that are needed. You can also make a monetary donation as well. But these flyers are out on the table, and we do hope that you will pick one of those up. So let's see, the other flyer that's out on that table that we'd love for you to pick up are these holiday marketplace flyers. We would love for you to take a handful of these, post them around the community if you don't mind doing that. You are the greatest part of our PR team, which we really need. We appreciate you spreading the word about this. It's November 14th and 15th. We've had some wonderful silent auction items come in. If you have a service or a good that you would like to donate, we welcome that. I will say this week we've gotten some art classes and some Reiki sessions and just some wonderful experiences. So see Dixie following the service, or we also have a sign-up sheet out on the table. And I want to mention that I will be drawing the winners for the 100th anniversary raffle at Coffee and Connection this morning. So that will happen downstairs. You do not have to be present to win. I know you put your names on the backs of those tickets, so we'll contact you if you're a winner. We have a couple of special announcements this morning. The first one I'm going to kick to Susan about our talent show coming up on Friday, November 21st.
That's it, right there. So our annual talent show, which is also the music department / art department's annual fundraiser. So if you have a talent, whether it's singing, an instrument, or poetry, or if you want to come up and dance, whatever it might be, please let me know. We have limited spots, so please see me afterwards so you can sign up and we can talk more about it. November 21st, you all are invited to come and hang with us.
Okay, thank you, Susan. And now I'm going to have Claire Grayson come up. She's going to tell you about an upcoming play shop that begins in January. Claire?
Thank you, Beth. I'm a fairly new member of Portland Unity, but I'm blessed to say that I was raised in Unity from the time I was 6 years old back in Atlanta, Georgia, so I'm very grateful for that. And so appreciative of having found this Unity community when I moved from Atlanta to Portland. So, got a few notes here with me. I want to talk about birds for just a moment. That's B-I-R-D-S, birds. Have you ever noticed when a flock flies over, they're often in a V formation? And what I found out is that lead bird is not the only lead bird. That lead bird will drop back and let another bird come up and take its place. It leads for a while, and then it drops back and another bird comes up and leads. So there's no shortage of lead birds in the flock. And I see that the same here in this Unity flock in Portland. That we have wonderful people who step up with their time, their talent, their interest, their enthusiasm to fill all these wonderful volunteer positions. I won't mention them all, but as Beth mentioned, we have a garden committee. Please come and be a part of that next Sunday. They keep this side yard so incredibly beautiful, and we have activities that happen out there during the year. It's a wonderful place to spend time, even if you just sit by yourself and enjoy it quietly. And then we have the bookstore volunteer who keep that store thriving. We have people who pray with us, who meditate with us, who teach classes, who bring us yoga. We're so blessed here to have so many leaders in this pack, in this flock. Imagine, if you will, a sweet little bird's nest, and the little baby birds that have just hatched, and they're all stretching themselves up as high as they can with their little beaks open, going, "Mommy, feed me, feed me, feed me." And feed me she does, no matter how far she has to fly or where. She comes back with nourishment for her baby birds. And if she can't be there for some reason, she enrolls another bird or two to take her place while she's gone. Let's give this magnificent, dedicated mother bird a name. Let's call her Lisa. Yeah. I think we're very blessed with a wonderful mother bird here, aren't we?
Yes.
Okay. Now, I'd like you all to bear with me, stay with me for a moment by standing up. Everybody, please, stand up. Now, in a moment, I'd like you all to do a slow turn. And as you do, I want you to notice the empty seats in this nest, okay? Okay, so turn around and notice not just the empty seats, but the available space we have to fill. Okay? Look at every available space we have to fill. Now, I don't know about you, but I'd like to see our nest full to overflowing. Would you? Okay. Would you like to see our nest full to overflowing? Yes. Okay. So I want you to join with me in my little statement of faith. A birdie in every seat. A birdie in every seat. Together, a birdie in every seat. One more time with grand enthusiasm. A birdie in every seat. We deserve that. Lisa deserves that. All of our wonderful volunteers and teachers and meditators deserve to have every seat filled, don't they? Yeah, they do. In January, I'll be starting a 12-week play shop series. I say play shop. I don't do workshops. I'm a recovering serious person, so I do play shops. The first play shop will be free. I'd like to see every one of you there because we are going to draw on our collective consciousness, our envisioning skills. I just got goosebumps thinking about it. To see that there's a birdie in every seat. We deserve that. And not only that, our community needs that, don't they? Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Claire. Well, we will start filling those seats by welcoming anyone who's with us for the first time this morning. I know there are a lot of you here who came to hear our special speaker this morning. We hope that you received a welcome packet on your way in. If you didn't, our ushers have a handful of those, and they'd love to put one in your hands if you didn't get one and hold it way up high. There's a couple of little gifts for you inside. On the back of this card, there is a yellow card, which will get you on our newsletter mailing list. I mean, you never know what's going to happen here on a Sunday, so you might want to sign up so you know what's happening here. On the back are listed all of our service opportunities. We know that joining in community service is so important. And on the front, there's a red rose sticker. We'd love for you to put that on your name tag so we know who you are this morning. We invite you to join in the book signing, which is going to happen right here in the sanctuary following the service, and then join us downstairs at Coffee and Connection for some time of socialization and getting to know each other. So we're really glad that you're here with us this morning. Thank you so much.
All right. And I want to do two things. First of all, what Claire was actually announcing, if you didn't get it from that, is she does something called an image book. It actually is a 12-week class, and it helps you recreate the story of who you are. I learned to do that, and Claire learned to do that probably in the 80s, I think the late 80s is when it came out. And actually, I was a person who didn't believe I could speak in front of people, that I was a teacher, or had the courage to actually do what had been in my heart since I was 16. So I said yes to doing this because it really, truly helped me shift and shape the idea that I had of who I was into the courage to vision something larger. So I just wanted to share with you a little bit about that. I also want to welcome all of you who are here for the first time or you haven't been here in a long time. At Unity of Portland, we know and believe that every being is an infinite creation of spirit. Well, however you want to see it, we're all on this path that is sacred, that is designed for us, and there are no mistakes that we are alive at this time in humanity in this space, and we're a part of those answers. If the words that you hear this morning work for you, I would encourage you to become a part. I believe it's so important right now for us not to just be by ourselves, but to literally connect with others and to help create and stand in a consciousness that's large enough that every being has respect, food, they have what they need to have a healthy life. If these words do not work for you, I would encourage you to continue seeking, to find a place that will remind you of the truth of who you are and will help you connect and be a part of something larger. All right, we are going to stand and sing.
Yeah, and the singers are going to provide you with some movements for Karen Drucker's I'm So Grateful. So please join in, feel free. Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me. Gratitude all around me, gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful.
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 I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful.
I'm so grateful.
I'm so grateful.
I'm so grateful.
I'm so grateful.
I'm so grateful.
I'm so grateful. Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me, gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful.
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 I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful.
I'm so grateful.
I'm so grateful.
I'm so grateful.
I'm so grateful.
I'm so grateful.
I'm so grateful.
All right. And we just invite you to turn to those around you with a handshake, with a namaste, with just simply welcome. I'm grateful to know you. How would our lives be if we got to say welcome to the beings that are around us in our lives, recognizing the wholeness in them? I want to take a moment as we move into, in just a moment, we're going to move into a time of meditation. How, for some of you who don't realize what our order of service is, we'll move into a short time of meditation, and then there'll be some music, and then Don Miguel will speak. I wanted to introduce him now, as I know many of you know who he is, but I just think, you know, I love that what was said when you were only 14 years old, Don Miguel Ruiz. You were apprenticed to his father, Don Miguel Sr., and his grandmother, Madre Sarita, to learn how they manifested their intent to heal people, both physically and spiritually. And then it says when you reached your mid-20s, after 10 years of apprenticeship, his father intensified his training. I think all of our training has been intensified recently, if you haven't noticed. And this training culminated one day when Don Miguel Ruiz sent his eldest son out into the world saying, "Find your way out. Go home and master death by becoming alive." And that's what he has continued to do since 2006, applying these lessons that he learned in this training and finding that personal freedom, that this advanced training and the willingness to work through all the pieces in our lives, what it provides us. And so as a Nagual, he's been passing along the wisdom and the tools of his family's tradition. And he does so again with this new book. And I'm so grateful that you're here with us. So thank you. We're just thrilled to have you. And none of this was really figured out because a lot of things happened at the last minute. So now, after I just do that, we're going to go into a short time of meditation. And we do a little bit of meditation, some meditation every Sunday here because we believe that the infinite presence and power of the universe, the infinite wisdom flows through every being. And when we can get quiet and listen, we find that there are answers larger than the questions that may be the earthly questions around us. So as you listen to this music, I just invite you to get quiet, to close your eyes, and to go within, remembering that you are one with the infinite.
In the silence there is peace. In the silence there is unspoken joy. In the silence there's release from a world full of chaos and noise. So I wait for these precious moments, and I hear all that could never be said, and right here in this holy silence I find God, I find myself.
Continuing to breathe in fully and to breathe out completely. I recognize that there is a silence within my being. There is a cellular remembering that I am one with light. I am one with God, this God of my understanding. And as I allow that sacred cycle of the breath to continue to take me deeper, I know I am that I am. Pure love in the silence. In the silence. Moment by moment, as I allow that mantra of I am that I am, to remind me of the love that flows through my being, is the source. I know that it flows forth from me. this day and every day, for I am loved. And in that awareness, I simply say, thank you. Thank you, Infinite Spirit, for a deeper understanding of my sacred journey and of the journey with which we all walk this day. And so it is. Amen.
In the silence there is peace. In the silence there is unspoken joy. In the silence there's release from a world full of chaos and noise. So I wait for these precious moments when I hear all that could never be said in right here, in this holy silence. I find God, I find myself. Man, it hurts sometimes to live this life. Some days I'd rather run and hide. Maybe then the pain would hide as well. Maybe then I could protect myself. Who's gonna win? Is that really living? Oh, I wish I didn't know that the answer is no. Nobody would win. Because I could close my eyes and pretend I don't see. I could close my mind and pretend that I'm free. But my soul knows the truth. Life means stepping back in. Gonna open my heart again. Man, it hurts sometimes when I've been wrong. Some days I'd rather just move on. Maybe then I wouldn't have to cry. Maybe then I could protect my pride. But who's gonna win? Is that really loving? Oh, I wish I didn't know. The answer is no, nobody would win. 'Cause I could close my eyes and pretend I don't see. I could close my mind and pretend that I'm free. But my soul knows the truth. Life means stepping back in. I'm gonna open my heart. I could close my eyes and pretend I don't see. I could close my mind and pretend that I'm free. But my soul knows the truth. gonna open my heart again.
Thanks. Thank you, Mark.
Hello, hello, hello. Words like violence break the silence, coming crashing into my little world. Painful to me, pierce right through me. Can you understand? Oh, my little girl. All I ever wanted, all I ever needed is here in my arms. Words are very unnecessary. They could only do harm. I just faced one of my other fears, is just singing in front of an audience. I am honored to be with you this morning at Unity of Portland. Thank you so much for inviting me, Reverend. Thank you so much for everyone here in attendance. It is an honor, and I'm incredibly grateful to be here. Today is November 2nd, 2025. In Mexico, today we celebrate the Day of the Dead. It's a day where we celebrate those who are no longer with us. It's a day where we give gratitude for the fact that we have memories with the people we love very much. Those people who are no longer here, except in our hearts and in our minds. There's so much I want to talk to you right now. I've got 25, maybe 30 minutes, and my brain just wants to go, let's go here, let's go there, let's go here, let's go there, let's go here. But I decided to start and share you a little something. It's just, God said it's the Day of the Dead. A few years ago, I was at the Guadalajara International Book Festival, the fair. And there I talked to a gentleman whom we talked for a little bit, and he was sharing with me how he was missing his son who had passed before. And we hugged, and I shared him something. I'm not sure if it was to alleviate his grief or just to help him have a communion. And it goes like this. My best friend, Ed Durant, Dr. Ed Durant, he's the great-grandson of a philosopher named Will Durant. And him and I play chess with quite frequency, and when we play, we talk. How we say in San Diego when I was growing up, we chew the fat. And we ask questions, and he asked me once, he says, Miguel, when did your life start? And I answered, well, when I was a young man, when I was a little kid actually, my answer was the day I was born, when I came out of my mom. And then as I became educated, the answer changed to the moment of my conception. And him waiting for that answer, he pounced. And he said, Miguel, he asked me, Miguel, was there life in the ovum and was there life in the sperm? And my imagination ran wild because the answer was yes. If the ovum or the sperm were not alive, there would be no conception. So life, did not start at the moment of my conception. Life, was already animating the body that my father and my mother have. But life did not start at the moment of their conception, because the ovum and the sperm that gave life to them already had life. And my imagination kept running to my grandparents, my great-grandparents, and my imagination went all the way to a climax where every single one of us has a common ancestor. Where every single one of us, because our life started a long time ago, and it went down, 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 down to Adam and Eve. And then I become aware of DNA and what we've discovered in the last 20 or 30 years, that every single organism in this planet shares a common DNA. In my imagination, it went well again, because the answer, when did life start for all of us, was the same. In the seed, there was life. And when the sun and the earth came together to fertilize it, it blossomed. My imagination expanded once again to every single organism in this body, in this planet, having a common ancestor. And went down, 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 down to the moment of the hand of God, or the Big Bang. Life. I am not this body. I don't take this body with me. In 2009, I held my Uncle Duke's hand as he was passing, and I was holding him. I can feel his presence. I can feel his essence. I can feel the warmth of his hand. Even though it was a little clammy, it was still warm. He'd received a blow to the head, which was brain dead, but I can still feel my uncle. He is right here, and I can feel him. And as we're in the middle of a ceremony we call the Last Communion, where we all share our stories, our memories that we have with my uncle, things began to change, things began to shift. And in a moment, beep, he was no longer with us. But the thing is, I didn't need to hear that monitor. I didn't need to hear that last breath, for I didn't let go of his hand. A moment before, I was holding the hand of a living being whose presence I felt with that warmth, that dexterity, and in the blink of an eye, I could no longer feel him. That warmth dissipated so fast. His hands became rigid. I was holding the hand of a mannequin with flesh. My uncle was no longer with me, even though I was holding his hand and didn't let go. And that's when my uncle taught me the biggest lesson of my life, a lesson that my grandmother, Maria Sarita, my father, Don Miguel Ruiz, had taught me all throughout my apprenticeship. And I understood it conceptually, I understood it intellectually, but it wasn't until that moment where I had the aha moment and my uncle taught me the biggest lesson of my life. I am not this body. At that moment, two lessons from Physics 1 came roaring back into my memory. One, an object cannot move without a force. And energy cannot be destroyed. It can only be transformed. In order for an object to move, there needs to be a force that moves that object, which means the force that animated my uncle's body was no longer here. Where did it go? Well, the way I grew up, we all go back to God. My father expressed it this way: imagine that you live your whole life from the point of view of a single droplet of water in the ocean. And the only reason why you're only able to perceive to the edges of this little bubble is because your nervous system only allows you to feel that much. And you spend your whole life thinking you're something apart of the rest of the ocean, that you're just this little bubble of water. And when you give your last breath, when you give your last heartbeat, your perception expands to the whole ocean. That's a beautiful, beautiful image, and I'll know if it's the truth when it happens to me. But what I do know is this: at this very moment in time, I am alive. I'm alive to dance. I'm alive to engage. because I am the infinite possibility, because I am alive. It's so easy to see the infinite possibility when you hold a newborn baby in your arms. When you hold a newborn baby and you look into the baby's eyes, you're looking into someone who literally has their whole life ahead of them. They could become a doctor, a lawyer, an activist, a soccer player. They become any of these things because this living being has their whole life ahead of them. The only difference between the baby that my parents held, the only difference between the baby that your parents held ever so long ago, is that you grew up and you've learned how to use this body, you've learned how to use this mind, but you're still the infinite possibility because you're alive. Today, at this very moment in time, we are the sum of every decision that we've ever made, every choice, every consequence, every success, every failure, every heartbreak, every moment of joy has led us to this moment in time. We are the sum of all of it. And at the same time, with the same breath, with the same heartbeat, we are the youngest we will ever be. This is our youth. Proof, if someone were to take a picture of you right now, and you look at that picture, in a few years, you're going to say, look at how young I was. I know that because I'm already doing that with photos of someone took ever so long ago in a present ever so far away. This is your youth. This is truth when you're in your teens, 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 100. Today, you are the infinite possibility because you're alive. And like I was telling this young gentleman who's missing his son, all you have to do in order to feel your son is give yourself a hug. Give your beloved a hug. And you feel the energy that animated his body. The Day of the Dead is the day we celebrate the fact that we have that memory, that we have those experiences, that a present ever so long ago we were together and we said yes to being friends, to being family, to be in love with our grandparents, our uncles and aunts, with our friend, with our beloved, with our child, with the people in our life. That gratitude that we sang is that gratitude that we're together. And that gratitude that we have when we're no longer physically together, but I know we're together because in my heart and in my mind, all I need to do to feel them is to breathe. To breathe, and I can hear their voice. To breathe, and I can smell the scent of their skin. To breathe, and I can hear their laughter. That little voice. I can hear my grandmother's voice, how it changed throughout the years, but that laughter was always the same. The Day of the Day is a day of love. For if you can understand this concept, I am not this body, I'm the force that animates it. You can also understand this one. I'm also not my mind. I'm the force that gives my mind life. I am not this body, I am not this mind. I'm the force that gives it life. I'm the whole. And if you can understand this, then you may also understand this. My love exists because I'm here to express it. I am the source of love throughout my life. No one will ever know what it feels like to love from this point of view, but I do get the benefit of experiencing it. And I get to share that love with others when they share it with me in different ways, in different expressions, in different forms. When I have the three women of my life, my mom, my daughter, and my wife, the three women in my life is expressed and my love is expressed in different ways. To my mom, I will always be Miguelito. I turned 50 in 1 month, and I'm still her little boy. She still calls me Miguelito, and she refers to me as El Niño, the little boy, which is different from my daughter, who sees me as Papa. And she brings out an element of me that is completely different from that of my mother. And my wife sees me as unique as she sees me. And I'm the constant. If I have conditional love for myself, then I've always the expression of conditional love in all my relationships. But if I give myself the permission to heal those wounds, to forgive myself for ever saying yes to conditional love in the first place, I can begin to heal and begin to accept myself, to accept the whole of who I am, to accept the shadow self just as much as I accept the light. Just as the light comes in. For example, what I mean by that, hello, my name is Don Miguel Ruiz Jr., and I do take things personal. I do make assumptions. Sometimes I'm not impeccable with the word. Sometimes I'm not skeptical at all. I buy it hook, line, and sinker. And sometimes I do my best. Just ask my wife. She is my witness. It is a moment where I stop pretending to be something I am not and accept myself for who I am. And today, this is who I am. This is the truth. The individual that is able to engage you. I am the infinite possibility. I am life. And when I say I, life, I'm not referring to my ego or personal importance. I'm talking about the energy that animates every single one of us. The energy that gives life to everything we see. That energy that flows within and without us, as George Harrison says. I didn't understand that when I was young, but now I do. Because life goes on without me. And how beautiful is that? And when I say without me, I'm talking about my personal importance. Ego is easier to understand as a function rather than a concept. The function of ego is to protect the illusion. The illusion is the model by which we love ourselves conditionally, domesticate ourselves conditionally. For example, in order to be worthy of love, I have to be perfect, 100% free of any flaw. In order to be perfect, I have to weigh 170 pounds, look the way I did when I was 27 years old. And if you ever see my brother's hair, have hair like my brother, Don Jose. But I look at myself in the mirror, and that's just not the truth. I am weighing 185, even though I lost 15 pounds. I'm still 185. I'm still not 170. I am about to turn 50. I'm 49, and this is the truth of my hair. But because I don't live up to the expectation, I'm going to castigate myself. Every time I look at myself in the mirror, I'm going to judge myself. You fat, you bald fat, you old bald fat. Have you ever felt that reprimand when you look at yourself in the mirror? That sting of judgment? That's domestication. A system of reward and punishment by which we model the behavior of an individual. And we punish ourselves when we don't live up to that expectation. And that's where ego comes in. It's the model by which I love myself conditionally. As soon as I love myself and live this image of perfection, then I'll be worthy of the name. For example, with myself, as soon as I live up to the 4 agreements, then I'm worthy of the name Don Miguel Ruiz Jr., then I'm worthy of the name Toltec. But if I take it personal, there's reprimand. At that moment, I've corrupted the 4 agreements as I used it as an instrument of my domestication and turned it into the 4 conditions of my personal freedom. I think I'm still practicing the 4 agreements, but I'm not. I'm practicing the 4 conditions, where I use the 4 agreements to love myself conditionally, to domesticate myself, to indoctrinate myself, to condition myself. And if you understand how that can happen, you can see how we can corrupt Deepak Chopra, Marianne Williamson, Jesus, Buddha, Siddhartha Mohammed, psychiatry, psychology, Alcoholics Anonymous, music. Humanity has created all these beautiful traditions that allows us to let go of conditional love and embrace unconditional love. But we're so used to domestication that we'll corrupt all of it. So whenever you feel that sting of judgment, understand that it's just a belief. One of my favorite quotes comes from Eleanor Roosevelt. No one can make me feel inferior without my consent. Actually, I'm paraphrasing that. The phrase was, no one can make you feel inferior without your consent. No one can domesticate you without your consent. How do we give consent? By believing it, by saying yes to it. The best way to let go of conditional love is to forgive ourselves for ever saying yes to it in the first place. When we give ourselves the opportunity to heal those wounds of conditional love left in our hearts and minds, we can begin to love ourselves as the authentic self, this little being. And when I'm able to do that for myself, I can see that with other people. I don't have to see what I want to see, which is what conditional love does. But listen and engage you for who you are. For example, I can stop projecting the image of my mom to my mom, take off that mask of mom, and I see Coco, the woman who's doing the very best with what she's got. I can take off the mask of Audrey, my daughter, and I can see the young woman who's doing the very best with what she's got, and she's a freshman in college. And I can see my wife. I take off the mask of wife, and I see Susan, the woman who's doing the best with what she's got. The thing that allows me to have compassion. It's the thing that allows me to see their divinity, which allows me to see my own. That is the union that we talked about, that we are all one. Fear. I've got 10 minutes. Fear is easier to understand as a function rather than a concept. The function of fear is to keep us safe. That's it. That's what it is. Real fear is to protect us. If we're in front of a real danger, a clear and present danger, we will respond with fight, flee, and freeze. We'll secrete a hormone that allows us not to feel pain in the fight mode. We'll secrete a hormone that allows us to run faster than Wile E. Coyote and a roadrunner. They're chasing us. Or freeze if we're in front of headlights, like a deer in headlights. Well, in my case, a rattlesnake. That's the first time I've probably had it before, but one day I was walking Pinnacle Peak in Arizona, and it was the first time I ran into a rattlesnake, and there was no glass wall between us. And I froze. My body knew what to do. That's real fear. Irrational fear. Someone once told me, fear is in your head. Well, what they're meaning by that is irrational fear is in our head. False evidence appearing real is in our mind. And here how to explain this. This story didn't make the book because I've already explained it, so it was becoming redundant, but I like to tell it, so here it goes. My favorite way to describe irrational fear is imagine going to a movie theater and you're going to go watch a horror movie, a movie that's going to scare you. For me, when I was young, that was Poltergeist and The Exorcist. The last movie that made me feel fear like that was the Blair Witch Project the first time I saw it. Not the second time, but the first time I saw it. It made me feel a lot of fear, and I was afraid for a whole week. A TV show that makes me feel fear is The Walking Dead, and not because of the zombies. And I can't go on that tangent right now, because I don't have time. But here's the thing. It's just light being projected onto the screen. You're not in any clear and present danger. You're just in a room with good lights and good sound. But as you get engrossed in the story, you can't tell anymore. Little by little, you can't tell because you're engaged in it. And when that scary scene comes in and you feel the fear, you will respond with real fear. You will respond with fight. You will respond with flee. You will respond with freeze. The fight response in a movie theater is that scream. That scream, that shrill, is the same as when you watch Braveheart and you see all those warriors about screaming so they can get their adrenaline going so they don't feel pain. That's what happens when you're in the movie theater. You are going into fight mode. The freeze, when you have your popcorn, you go, the popcorn spilled over because of the initial jerk, but also you can't move because you turn into a statue of salt. The flee is that you have people to the left, you have people to the right. So you put your fingers in your ears, you start closing your eyes, and you start humming. Mm-hmm. You try to drown out the sound, you're trying to escape. The emotion is real, what triggered it is not. But the fear is real. Here's the thing, our mind is more powerful than any movie projector. Like my wife says, I'm not sure if this is her quote or she read it somewhere, but since my wife says it, it's Susan's quote. Anxiety is answering all the what ifs with the worst case scenario. And we believe it. That's irrational fear, where we project onto life everything that we fear, traumatizing ourselves over and over again. Because here's the thing about assumptions, because that's what an assumption is, actually. When we believe our assumptions, the thing is that we take action on those assumptions. One of the things that we do is we clip our own wings. And we're afraid of rejection. We're afraid of so many things. But here's the thing about rejection. When I was young, I was afraid to ask a girl out. That's very true. And it took me some time to realize why I was afraid. Because here's the thing. This young woman was telling me the truth. She's not that into me. I'm not her type. It's like Berger told Miranda in Sex and the City, he's just not that into you. She's not that into you. It's her truth. For example, I don't like papaya. I don't like it. Ever since I was a kid, I really don't like the taste or the flavor. But every year I taste it just in case this is the year I become an adult. I don't like papaya, but I do like watermelon. I do like cantaloupe. So when someone says no to me, if I ask them out and say no, it's because I'm papaya in their eyes. They're not that into me. Why waste your time with someone who doesn't want to be with you? Be with someone who does. Find someone who likes papaya. And that's fine. But the reason why I was so afraid of it is because I was going to use her no to reinforce whatever domestication I have about myself, every insecurity, every self-doubt. I was taking her no personally. And I was using it to reinforce whatever judgment I had about myself. So much so there are times when I didn't even give her the chance. I didn't ask because I already said no. Imagine doing that, applying for a job, applying for work, applying for a loan for your business, starting a business, learning a new instrument, singing in public, expressing your voice, sharing your voice, sharing you, saying, I love you. You never know. Life has every right to say no, but she might say yes. There's a difference when life says no and you tell yourself no because of your fear. Very quickly, because I'm running out of time. PTSD is different. PTSD, the body remembers. My son has autism. Last year, he went to a school in Kansas that really helped him. Lake Mary in Paola, Kansas did a wonderful job in helping my son be able to regulate himself and get out of fight or flight mode. But earlier that year, I was diagnosed with something called caregiver's fatigue. I had suffered a concussion, and I was averaging 3 hours of sleep at night and covered in bite marks. And my son has made many holes in the walls with his head. So when I try to stop him, he redirects to me. So my son is getting in help, which I have to tell you was successful. He's doing much better now, much better. But one day we're walking around Liberty Station in San Diego, and I hear the grunt, and I can feel my body tense up. My wife and I look at each other, and we walked around. There's a young man with a backpack. And I start, go. And I give my bag to my wife, and I start going to help us. Miguel, you don't have to do this. They might need my help. And I go over. Hey, my son has autism. If you need help, I can help him too. Because there was 2 workers, 2 adult people who turned out to be his therapist. They said, no, we're okay. We're just taking care of him. In fact, they gave me the card. Thank you. So I'm like, all right, I need to be helpful. I'm going to the bathroom and wash my hands and get ready. And as I'm washing my hands, I look at myself in the mirror and I say, Miguel, that's not your son. 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 And I can feel the tears. Even now, I can still feel the tears of that. That's not my son. And I'm there in the bathroom looking at myself because my body already went to that mode where I go in order to help him, to take care of him. And I walk outside, and instead of going straight to the young man with the 2 aides, I go to the table where my wife and friends are, and I sit down, and I look at them. Still looking at them, but keeping my distance. And little by little, I learned something. I know why they're wearing the backpack, in order to protect the head from hitting the wall. Someone put a bag of ice over the young man's head, and it calmed him down. They put in headphones, and he was happy again. He stood up as if it was nothing. And as he walked by, and I said, congratulations, I learned so much from you. And as I see out there that all the group of young men and women out in their trip are waiting for him. And as they leave, I look at my wife and we begin to cry. I have PTSD. The body remembers. Irrational fear is not PTSD. PTSD, you might be doing all the work, but all you need is to hear a sound, a smell, a bang, something that the nervous system, because that's what's still injured, the nervous system hasn't healed yet. I've learned in the last 20 years of teaching, especially from my grandmother during my apprenticeship, that we heal with our own permission. My brother says, in the Toltec tradition, there's nothing to learn but to unlearn. What should I learn? Unlearn anything that stops me from giving myself the permission to heal. In this case, conditional love. I can say, I'm Don Miguel Ruiz Jr. I don't have PTSD. I don't have caregiver's fatigue. I don't get concussions. That's a lie. And I'm not going to allow Don Miguel Ruiz Jr. to get in the way of giving myself the permission to heal. And that's what unconditional love is. That shadow self that we want to suppress, to tuck away, that's the thing that stops us from healing, to giving ourselves a permission to heal. To go beyond fear is to once again respect fear. The job of fear is to keep us safe. Irrational fear doesn't allow us to live in the present. It's always in the future or in the past, but never in the present. PTSD, the body remembers. But we can heal from both irrational fear and PTSD when we give ourselves the permission. Just like the alcoholics and drug addicts that go to the meetings and says, hello, my name is so-and-so, and I'm an alcoholic or drug addict. Almost 10 years sober, by the way, just letting you know. Thank you. It is those moments where we give ourselves a permission. It's okay to feel fear. Because life that's the way we protect ourselves. We want to live. To respect fear is to not abuse it with irrational fear. So let go of any judgment you ever had when you were young, being called chicken, yellow, whatever. That was just domestication. And as we heal this, and thank you so much for giving me the time to go over a little bit. On this beautiful Sunday, when we're alive, surrounded by the people we love, let this be the first day of our healing. Like the song says, let there be peace on earth and let it begin with me.
Thank you. All right. Oh, good. Thank you. Okay. I am so grateful for you sharing from your heart. What a difference it makes. We have an opportunity now to receive tithes, love offerings. I believe it's a part of just looking at the generosity and the ability for all of humanity to move forward. I continue to say that part of our requirement of healing and evolving is to create an economy and an economic system and hold a thought system that allows a large enough view of the idea that there's enough and that we're enough and that we have enough. There's different ways to give, and hopefully it's up there. Yes, she does it so well. Thank you, Leah. And so if you'd like to be a part of that generosity cycle here, I invite you to do so. We have just celebrated 100 years, and we are moving into the beginning of 101 as we continue this journey, this sacred journey. We're going to say our blessing. Divine love, as me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And so it is.
Grateful, so grateful, grateful for all the love that I have. Grateful, so grateful, grateful for all the love that I have. 1, 2, 3, Every day I look in every face I see is love reflecting, shining back to me. I just give thanks for all these simple things, the joy and the peace that gratitude brings. That's why I'm grateful, so grateful, grateful for all the love that I have. I am so grateful, so grateful, grateful for all the love that I have. Every day I wake before I open my eyes, I count my blessings and I realize life is a miracle when I see it that way. I focus on the beauty, that's why I've got to say how grateful I am, so grateful, grateful for all the love that I am so grateful, oh, so grateful. I am grateful for all the love that I have. Oh, grateful. Put your hands together. Grateful, grateful for all the love that I have. Look around at the love. Grateful, I see you. Grateful, grateful for all the love that I have. I am so grateful, yes, grateful, grateful for all the love that I have. I am so grateful, so grateful, grateful for all the love that I have.
Thank you, thank you. And I want to say part of gratitude, if you haven't started with us, last week we started our 40 days of gratitude. We have a journal for you if you'd like to start with us. Gratitude, I have found, is part of the healing. Right now, with all that's going on, it's so easy to have our minds and hearts out in the outer, and yet sometimes we have to remember what we're grateful for, what the blessings are. And those include the things that are scary and the shadow side and the parts that love us completely, and it's both of those. So I invite you to join us. There are more gratitude booklets on the tables outside. We are going to invite you downstairs at the end of the service for Connection Hour if you'd like to join us. It's a wonderful way to meet and greet people. I want to remind you that during COVID, the parts of our brain that connected with each other actually shrunk. And part of the journey of recreating those is consciously connecting, consciously looking in other eyes and saying, I see you. I'd love to know your story. How are you? Who are you? And so we just invite you to be a part of that. Part of the courage to heal and living our lives fully include love, unconditional love. In just a moment, we're going to sing our youth in. What we know is that every being in here, we have love as the core of our being, and learning to activate it is part of it. And so I'm just going to ask you to open your heart, to allow that love to encircle this walkway right here with all of the love, so that every youth that walks in knows they are whole, infinite, and complete exactly as they are.
You are the star of the morning. You are heaven smiling at us. You're God's gift of tomorrow. Oh, how we love you. Oh, how we love you. You are the star of the morning. You are heaven smiling at us. You're God's gift of tomorrow. Oh, how we love you. Oh, how we love you. You are the star of the morning. You are heaven smiling at us. You're God's gift of tomorrow. Oh, how we love you. Oh, how we love you.
Hi everyone, my name is Otis, and today we made our Halloween costumes out of Play-Doh. Of course, not big enough to wear, but yeah, that's kind of all we did. And we made a Halloween story. It was very fun.
Hello, everyone. So this past weekend, the YOU, which is us right now, we went to camp, and this was my first camp I planned alone as regional officer. So, yeah. Thank you. The theme was Life Finds a Way. These are our shirts. We centered the theme around growth and nature. Me and my co-regional officer, Colin, who is from Washington, we centered it around how to encourage your own growth and to encourage the growth of people around you. And we planted a plant and put all of our energy into it. And so now at CISPIS Learning Center, all of the Northwest Youth of Unity have a plant together with all of our energy and love into it. Yeah.
You all are still doing your resale out in the entryway?
The resale, and next week they go to camp.
Okay, our middle schoolers are going to camp next week. These camps are based on the idea of unconditional love. For me, when I was a youth in junior high and high school, it was the only place I experienced unconditional acceptance and love that truly supported me, and I am so grateful for it. All right, as a community, one of the things that we get to do is set an intention, and so I just invite you to stand. We're going to close our service in just a moment by singing "Let There Be Peace on Earth," and let it begin with me.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with
Oh yes. All right. I'm going to do one thing before I go. By the way, we're going to close with a prayer in just a moment, and then we're going to sing our youth out because they have to get downstairs before we start going out, or they are not safe getting out of the sanctuary. The other thing is, if Don Miguel Ruiz Jr. will be signing books up here. If you don't have one, there's some in the bookstore for sale. If you're interested in joining one of the spirit groups on Zoom or in person, you can do so out in the entryway. We will be studying this book continuing for the next 5 weeks, I believe it is, and I just invite you to be a part of that. And we are going to say our prayer. The light of God surrounds us. I am the light of God. The love of God enfolds us. I am the love of God. The power of God protects us. I am the power of God. The presence of God watches over us. I am the presence of God. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. And they make it firm. We're going to sing our youth out, and thank you, thank you. Have a love-filled week.
I'm gonna move to the light. I'm gonna speak of the light. I'm gonna sing with the light. I'm gonna dance in the light. When I choose to remember that Spirit is all I rejoice and give praise and shine in the light. Yeah. I'm gonna move to the light. I'm gonna speak of the light. I'm gonna sing with the light. I'm gonna dance in the light. When I choose to remember that Spirit is all I rejoice and give praise and shine in the light. When I choose to remember